Outside, we can hear the light steps of the maid passing us by. For a moment, that feels like an eternity. All I can hear is our breathing and my heartbeat. Oliver reaches to grab the doorknob and opens the door slightly to peek into the corridor. When he sees it is empty, we get out slowly. Well, that was quick thinking, Biscuit. Nice one. Hey all you cool creatures. I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the CryptidPlays YouTube channel. And today we are back again with Ghost Ship Lovers. This time I intend to do Oliver's route in Chapter 3, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, obviously, this game is intended for an 18+ audience, and there will be future sexual scenarios, but all of them are between, of course, characters that are 18+ and are consensual. Anyhow, if you remember last time in Oliver's route, I will link it below. Yes, my voice is different. I think most of you know this by now, but in Oliver's chapter 2, when we went to the island with him, we encountered some bandits and he saved us with a gun. We also found out, I think that his, I think it's called a horror form, is a parrot. So he has wings and his eyes turn a different color and stuff. Anyhow, with that out of the way, let's get started. Here we are at the end of chapter 2. I can't imagine how it must feel to not only be cursed, but also be stuck in a book for 300 years. Well, if I can't leave, I may just also experience an eternity in this book myself. How could the captain do this just to marry me? I need to talk to them. I need more explanations. End of chapter 2. Alright, onwards to chapter 3, the marketplace. One evening, Oliver approaches me while I am cleaning the deck. I was enjoying his company quite a lot these past few weeks. The man was in charge of the ropes and sails on the ship, and he was enjoying showing off his climbing skills to me. I helped him a bit under his supervision, but I was not as agile as he was. The man looks at me with a smile. Good morning, Biscuit. You have time to talk? Of course, Oliver. Soon we will reach an island. It's a city known for its huge marketplace. We usually stop there, getting more supplies for the ship. I was ordered by the captain for you to come with me. I took a moment to process the information. I wouldn't mind going back on land for a while, but why was it an order from the captain? I don't know, but I am happy to spend more time with you. Again, the captain's orders are shrouded in mystery, and the crew members simply obey without second-guessing. This was life on a ship, I guess. The captain's order comes first, and no questions asked. I smile at him. I would be happy to spend some time with you too, Oliver. Awesome. I will give you a cape. We need to be discreet after all. We are pirates. After a few days, the island was in sight, and soon enough the ship was anchored in port. The whole process was fascinating. All the crew members are running around and grabbing ropes. They know exactly what to do. I feel pretty dumb simply standing there, but I didn't know how to help after all. Connord, with Davy's help, put the bridge down to allow the crewmates to walk off the ship. Pretty soon, Oliver and I are walking between the workers and the crates of incoming products. There's a lot of noise and people screaming orders. I put the hood of my cape on my head and follow Oliver closely. The marketplace is very lively and noisy too. The merchants are shouting to promote the quality of their products and clients are arguing about the prices. Luckily for us, the large street is not hard to navigate. Oliver turns into an alley. I happen to glance at a wall with numerous wanted posters. Yup. The familiar faces making me stop in my tracks. There they are, all the crewmates of the Blue Starfish. The numbers are all different, but rather high compared to the other individuals. I can't help but frown in disappointment at the captain's poster all torn up. Captain Salem. Oliver, noticing I was not following him anymore, turns around and stops next to me. My bounty went up since the last time. Nice. They never do my hair right, though, he says, pouting a bit. You would look really cute with curly hair. You're one of the highest with Connard. Then Oliver scoffs. Connard only got his up because of his muscles. I use my brain and wits to commit crimes. I'm way more dangerous, don't you think? He smiles, walking away. I follow closely. Soon, Oliver stops in front of a door and opens it for me, gesturing for me to get inside. I manage to glance at the swinging sign of the shop, Treasures of the World. The inside is small and dark. Not much light comes through the only two small windows at the front. There are many bookshelves full of various objects, making the place feel a bit cramped. A man behind a small desk smiles when he sees Oliver. Oliver, how nice to see you again. It has been a while. Good to see you too, McAllister. He turns to me. Take some time to look around while I talk. Maybe you will find something you like. The captain gave me some money for you to buy something. He did? How nice. Maybe I could buy a small thing for myself. I took a few steps around a bookshelf to look at the many treasures. The weapon master turns back to McAllister. I heard you acquired a special small chest with something inside. I did. Did you touch what was inside? I always use gloves when I handle new acquisitions. Oliver seems relieved. Good. I want to buy it. Oh, well, I don't have it. I'm sorry, Oliver. I sold it. Damn, this is very important. Tell me who bought it. I usually don't share that information, but since it's you, some guy from the rich part of town bought it. I glance at Oliver from between the statue of a mermaid and some dusty set of books. I have never seen him so serious before. He even looks worried. Oliver, is everything all right? Oliver let out a sigh. No, we have to go. Are you buying something? Well, I assume that all these will be the same as on Joshua's, so let's buy a gift for Oliver. Come, I will explain to you on the way. Oliver's walking pace is faster than before. He is definitely in a hurry now. We need to get that chest quickly before someone touches what's inside. Why? What's inside? Oliver frowns. He looks unsure if he wants to answer my question. We need to know which rich guy bought this chest. And how do we know that? Oliver smiles. The good thing with rich people is that they can't stop babbling about their latest acquisition. So we just need to stand in the rich part of town, and we will hear about it. And what then? We steal it. He said it so casually I couldn't help but gasp. What? Hey, don't make that face. Did you forget we are pirates? Sometimes I do, honestly. I should be used to it by now. Stealing, fighting, even killing. This is what pirates do. Oliver offers his reassuring smile to me. Don't worry, Biscuit. I won't put your life in danger. I will do this by myself. I frown, disagreeing with his decision. I am coming with you. I'm a pirate too now. I want to help you. Oliver hums, looking up and down at me, like he is assessing my determination. I don't like it, but I don't want to leave you alone either. And we need to do this quickly before anyone touches the gem. Would you tell me now why you need this gem so badly? He takes a deep breath before responding. It's one of the gems that gave us the animal curse. I pause, processing what would happen if someone touches the gem. Oh, that is not good. A rich person is bad enough. A rich person with immortality and curse-like power, way worse. Let us steal a chest then. Oliver was right about the rich people. We really easily knew where the chest was. Time is the issue for Oliver. Since he is concerned someone might touch the gem. But we learned the man who bought it was waiting for tomorrow to exhibit it to his other rich friends. What luck! So we waited for the cover of night to start. I am very nervous, my stomach all twisted at the things that can go wrong. But I told him I wanted to help, and so I can't back down now. There's a trap door behind the house that opens to the cellar. It is easy to sneak around the manor to it in the dark. Not many guards in the street. Of course, there is a large lock on the trap door. Oliver crouches down and takes out a small metal object from his side pouch. He starts wiggling them with precision inside the lock until a clicking sound is heard. It's open. We make our way down into the cellar. It is very dark. The only light is from the moon, slightly reflecting on the bottles of wine. Look at all this wine. What a gape seed, Oliver whispers. Maybe we should take some to the ship after we steal the chest. I'm sure they would not even notice. We slowly make our way toward the stairs to get out of the cellar. There are some candles lit up in the corridor, showing off all the fancy-looking paintings. Everything is silent, making me feel more at ease. It meant everyone was asleep. Oliver points to another set of stairs, and we went up one more floor. From what we heard from the people in the street, the owner was displaying all his precious objects in one room, so it should be easy to find. My heart is beating so fast as we slowly walk through the corridor. We barely have time to hear the creak from the wooden floor that a maid is turning the corner. I think ghosts is the right answer, but cleaning service. She raises her gaze to us and stops. Both Oliver and I freeze. Who are you? We are the cleaning service. The maid squints her eyes at us. Why the cloaks? Because of the dust, exclaims Oliver, stepping on the lie. You know, cleaning is so dirty. We use them to keep our clothes clean. That feels like a weirdly convincing lie for some reason. No, I was just hoping the maid is going to buy it. She looked at us still, while I was holding my breath. I see. I feel my jaw unclench and my shoulders lower in relief. The maid walks away, glancing back at us one last time before stepping down the stairs. Oliver chuckles and whispers, "Cleaning service. Nice save, Biscuit." I feel pretty happy being praised by Oliver. I smile and we continue to advance. After a few turns, we quickly step back, seeing a guard in front of a door. Oliver whispered to me, "There should be a change of guards." The moment he says that, a very rich-looking man approaches the door with 2 more guards. I lean in more with Oliver to hear the conversation. "Did she calm down?" "Yes, sir." "I sent someone to fetch a specialist hours ago. Where are they?" The rich man groans. "We have no choice. We have to wait the night." "Yes, sir. Should I put up more guards at this post?" "These men at my side will replace you for now. You both will replace them at half the night." "Yes, sir." I look as the guards leave with the rich man, as the new guards take their place. I look at Oliver and whisper, "What was that all about?" "I don't know, but something feels wrong." "Should we leave?" Oliver frowns. "No, we have to get the gem before someone touches it." "So how do we pass the guards?" Oliver's devious smile assures me he knows exactly how. By devious, you mean perfect, adorable, wonderful smile. Stay against the wall. Oliver gets against it with me and speaks loudly. "Guards, come quickly!" I stare with wide eyes. His voice is exactly like the voice of the rich man from before. Well, he is a parrot. So that was another one of his skills. He could imitate voices perfectly. So I should go back and get the other choices with the maid. I will do that. We went with cleaning service the first time, so this is probably the wrong choice. Completely. Knock her on the head. I grab a nearby vase and smash it on her head. There's a loud crack as it breaks on impact, and the maid falls to the ground. This was the wrong choice, of course. Oliver and I stood there for a second, staring at the now unconscious maid. Damn, Biscuit. We are supposed to be discreet. It was the only thing I could think of at the time. Well, let's hope nobody heard that. Quickly, we put the maid in a nearby closet with the pieces of the vase. We keep walking down the hall, and after a few turns, we quickly step back, seeing a guard in front of a door. Oliver whispered to me, There should be a change of guards. The moment he says that, a very rich-looking man approaches the door with 2 more guards. All right, let's go back. Hide. And neutral. Panicking, I grab Oliver's hand and quickly step into a broom closet, closing the door. Oh, but we get an illustration for this one. I quickly realize how small our improvised hiding place is. My body is pressing against Oliver's, while I am desperately trying not to breathe too hard. I keep my head down, feeling too flustered to look at him right now. Outside, we can hear the light steps of the maid passing us by. For a moment, that feels like an eternity. All I can hear is our breathing and my heartbeat. Oliver reaches to grab the doorknob and opens the door slightly to peek into the corridor. When he sees it is empty, we get out slowly. Well, that was quick thinking, Biscuit. Nice one. I'm actually a little surprised that didn't give us love, seeing as he's fairly pleased. I look at him and notice how red his freckled cheeks are. It's adorable, I think, blushing myself. We keep walking down the hall, and after a few turns, we quickly step back, seeing a guard in front of the door. Okay. We're ghosts. She raises her gaze to us and stops. Both Oliver and I freeze. Who are you? We are ghosts. I shout out, scared and out of ideas. The maid looks at me with the most unfazed and unamused look I have ever seen. She is definitely skeptical, and who could blame her? That is the worst lie ever. I turn my gaze to Oliver in a panicked motion. Oliver grins. We are. He steps closer to the maid. We died in this very mansion years ago. His voice is calm and low. I was cleaning the floors on a stormy night, and suddenly I heard a noise. It was faint at first, footsteps approaching me, but as I gazed into the thick darkness of the corridor, I see nothing. But yet the footsteps got louder and louder, approaching, and as they should have been right in front of me, they stopped. But still nobody in sight. There was a growing silence. Then I heard it. A voice close to my ear. Join me. At that moment, a loud crack of thunder erupts, lighting the inside of the mansion with a bright light. For a moment, to Oliver's words. The maid's face is erased of all colors, and a faint noise escapes her lips before she faints, hitting the ground. Oliver blinks in surprise and looks at me. That thunder was not planned, but very welcome. I let out a long sigh of relief. That story was amazingly scary, Oliver. Thank you, he says proudly. Quickly, we put the maid in a nearby closet. We keep walking down the hall, and after a few turns, we quickly step back, seeing a guard in front of a door. Okay, we're gonna kind of skip through this. What was that all about? I don't know, but something feels wrong. Should we leave? Oliver frowns. No, we have to get the gem before someone touches it. So how do we pass the guards? Oliver's devious smile assures me he knows exactly how. Stay against the wall. Oliver gets against it with me and speaks loudly. Guards, come quickly. I stare with wide eyes. His voice is exactly like the voice of the rich man from before. So that was another one of his skills. He could imitate voices perfectly. The guards run down the corridor, passing us without noticing. Quickly, we made our way to the door and went inside. The room is very large, decorated with pillars on the sides. The pale glow of the moon is giving us but a part of the whole scene that unveils in front of us. What is this? Says Oliver, looking around in front of us. All the precious objects that were previously on display are now on the ground, most of them broken. Seems like someone might have touched the gem. I stare in a new sense of dread at the shredded curtain and very large claw marks on the ground. Then I see it. The gem on the ground next to a small open chest. My heart drops when I see the giant form lying next to it. With the darkness outside, it is hard to make out what it is, but it looks to be sleeping. Their form heaved slowly up and down as it was breathing. Oliver? I managed to say in a very shaky voice, nervously grabbing at him. I did not do a shaky voice, I'm sorry. It's fine, I'm here. It looks like someone touched the gem and got cursed. That explains the conversation we overheard. His voice is weirdly calm compared to mine. Moth, I need you to listen to me carefully. I nod. I want you to leave through. I'm not leaving you. Biscuit, this thing could kill you if it wakes up. There is some noise on the other side of the door, telling us that the guards are back at their posts. Oliver frowns. Damn it. Now we are stuck between being eaten by a monster or being killed by guards. Well, you are. I'm immortal. Very reassuring, Oliver. Thank you. Sorry, I'm thinking. You hide behind this column just in case it wakes up. I will sneak close to him and grab the gem. Then we will run out and past the guards. With the element of surprise, we should escape easily. But if it wakes up, you stay hidden. I will distract him. I nod and slowly position myself behind a pillar. I watch as Oliver approaches the beast. I could still not distinguish what it was. For someone usually so loud and chaotic, the weapon master is really good at being sneaky. He reaches for the gem and, with the utmost care, puts it in the chest before closing it. I let out a sigh of relief. Crack. The sound of the broken piece of vase that Oliver just stepped on fills the quiet room rapidly. We both freeze, and a shaky, quiet gasp leaves my lips as my head lifts to follow the rise of the creature from its slumber. Oh, it is a lizard, a very huge, very mad-looking lizard. I hide behind the pillar, struggling not to scream. As I did, my hand pushed on a part of the pillar that retracted itself. My eyes widen when I see a part of the wall opening, a secret passage. This is our way out. I glance from behind my hiding place and see the lizard staring down at Oliver. Alright, so I'm gonna probably make the wrong choices first. Distract the lizard by screaming. Yeah. I gather what little courage I have left and promptly jump out from behind the pillar. Hey! The beast rears its head towards me so fast that I feel my whole body starting to sweat and regret this idea. The lizard's legs spring into action rapidly, heading directly for me. I run toward the now open wall as I hear Oliver scream my name. I step into the darkness, avoiding the large claws hoping to prey on me. I watch in horror as the beast scratches and snarls desperately at the entrance to try to reach me. After a while, it gives up and turns away. I could not hear anything for a while, and I could not dare to speak, too scared to attract the lizard once more. I finally see Oliver's orange hair as he enters the secret passage, and I smile brightly at him. He did not look happy when he suddenly grabbed my arm without a word and pulled me further into the dark and humid stone corridor. Of course he's not happy. We just kinda did a no-no. Oliver, Not now. The passage guides us out of the mansion, the night still there covering our escape. Oliver heads to a narrow alley and lets go of me, eyes glaring, which made my heart sink. I told you to stay hidden. Why were you so reckless? I frowned back, now feeling his accusation was hypocritical, a little bit. But we are not immortal. Excuse me? You are reckless all the time. Well, you are not immortal. I don't care if I get hurt. I can take it, but you could die, but I care if you get hurt. Oliver's whole body language softened, and he looked away, his freckled cheeks getting red. You don't need to care about that. Aw, but we care about you, Oliver, dang it. But I do. I like you, Oliver. I don't want you to get hurt. Not bad. He looks back at me, his yellow eyes sparkling lightly in the moonlight. There was something very soft about the way he looked at me. It made me blush, and I looked away, feeling too flustered to carry his gaze. I feel the pirate stepping closer to me, making me look at him again. Okay. I'm gonna go back and get the other choices. Run to the passage and then call Oliver. Okay. I gather what little courage I have left and promptly run to the now open wall. As soon as I did, I turned around. Oliver! Both the pirate and the beast turn their head towards me. Oliver holds the chest against him and starts running. The lizard starts chasing him down, with its claws aiming at him as he dodges with grace. He reaches the inside of the wall and grabs my arm to run a bit further down the humid corridor. I watch in horror as the beast scratches and snarls desperately at the entrance to try and reach me. After a while, it gives up and turns away. Both Oliver and I fill the silence with heavy breathing. Alright. Oh, this is a bug. Oliver grabs my arm and we start walking down the humid corridor. I follow in silence, growing anxious as I see Oliver's angry face. Oh no, the lizard's stuck on this. Okay. Let's pull the curtains down on the lizard. I gather what little courage I have left and promptly jump out from behind the pillar. I run to the side and grab the large curtains, pulling them down with all my strength and weight. To my relief, it falls on the lizard, rendering it blind and distracted from us. Oliver looks at me in surprise as I grab his arm and run to the open wall. Behind us, the beast was snarling and desperately trying to rip enough of the curtains to be able to see again. I don't know what I did wrong, but I have caused this bug, so the lizard's just going to be in the background, I guess. Alright. We follow in silence. The passage guides us out of the mansion, the night still there, covering our escape. Cool. He looks back at me, his yellow eyes sparkling lightly in the moonlight. There was something very soft about the way he looked at me. It made me blush, and I looked away, feeling too flustered to carry his gaze. I feel the pirate stepping closer to me, making me look at him again. I felt the feeling of surprise swell in my chest when I noticed how close he was. He kissed me, capturing my lips in a soft dance. I closed my eyes to respond to the kiss, my heart beating faster and soaring. He pulls away, smiling at me. I like you too, Biscuit. I'm sorry I got mad. I was just very worried. He seems to hesitate before continuing. I lost someone I cared deeply about a long time ago, and you remind me of her. His voice is soft, but still carries the heavy heartache in its tone. Seeing his pain made my voice shake. I'm sorry, I didn't consider your feelings at all by being reckless. His hands gently rest on my cheeks as he smiles at me. I will only forgive you if you let me kiss you more often. Well, of course, how could I say no to that? I let out a chuckle and smile back at him. Such a hard bargain. Of course you can. Oliver's mood looks better now as he lets go of my face. We should go back now. Before we go, I'm curious, how did you know so much about rich folks? Oliver sighs and looks slightly irritated. Because I used to be one. What? No way. Well, my parents were. But if you were rich, why did you become a pirate? That money came with a lot of rules. And my parents didn't like me having the freedom to be who I am. I also had a twin sister, Felicia. Life was easier thanks to her. I could be myself around her. Then, one day, after a huge fight with my parents, she told me it would be so much easier for me to just follow their rules. Be a girl. He looks away, sad. I already knew he's trans, but still, poor Oliver. That broke me. My sister, who used to be so supportive of me being myself, thought I should be someone I am not to make my parents happy. So that night, I left. I'm sorry, Oliver. That must have been hard, but in the end, you get to be yourself, right? He smiles at me and takes a deep breath of relief. I have been enough of a bad influence on you for today. We should go back now. You're still here, Lizard. Not getting enough attention, I see. As we get back to the ship, I have to part ways with Oliver. He has to see the captain about the chest. Since I am tired of my day, I go back to my cell. I lie down and think about the gem. I hope they find a way to break the curse. They deserve it after 300 years. The next day I go back to my tasks as usual, noticing we are still at the port. It makes sense, since it would take a few days to run errands and take aboard the crates of food and equipment. Oliver approaches me as I am mopping, with a serious expression about him. The captain wants to see you. End of Chapter 3. Thank you for playing. Please enjoy the credits and official song of Ghost Ship Lovers. Oh no, the lizard is still here. So this one I might actually have to skip this time around. I apologize. Alright, so that was Chapter 3 of Ghost Ship Lovers, Oliver's Route. Sorry I had to skip the credits. That lizard was very tenacious, and I just, you know, you wouldn't even be able to see the credits that time. So, Before I do my outro, I just want to thank my channel members real quick. Thank you so much to my channel members for your support. Not only does it help me, it helps the channel grow and the videos keep coming. I truly appreciate it. And I appreciate you sticking around with me on YouTube, even though I'm really slow right now. You know, other than that bug, this was a great chapter. I really enjoy Oliver as a character, and his route is a lot of fun. I hope you all liked it too. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like I said, I hope you liked it, and if you did like it, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more of me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.